Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's unravel the secrets of the bird room, which is loud as all hell. Not as many birds as I thought. Inside this cage there's a bird with a black head and an orange breast. The sign reads Purilla Purilla. What? I think there's supposed to be text right there. The truth that our ancestors knew and through stone silence came to unknow. There's a small compartment in the base of the bust. Inside this, a note. Seriously! The only way entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Primal horror? Inside the cage there is a crow with blackened. Inside the cage there is a crow with black and grey feathers. The sign reads Corvus Cornix. Okay. A small bird with black and white wings and a feathered crest. The sign reads Upapa Epops. This bird is black with a yellow beak. The sign on its cage reads Tudus Merula. The bird inside has a grey breast and brown wings. Passa domesticus. A curious bird with long legs. The sign reads Porphyrio aleni. Okay. There's a bird with a pale brown breast inside this cage. The sign reads Lucinia megalenchos. Reflect. I'm ready to climb the tallest heights and from there look down to the deepest roots. It's the truth our ancestors knew that stone science came to unknow. Only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal fear. What the flip? An embroidered cloth covers this cage. On it is written, as the birds are silent, the phrase trails off. A bird with red feathers and on its head and breast. Eritacus rubecula. Through the glass I see rolling hills covered in snow. Huh? The bird inside this cage has yellowish brown feathers. The sign on the cage reads Graduelus lavirostris. Where was the crow? There you are. The best of the Greek philosopher Anaxagoras. Uh-huh. Again, those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness, reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal what the cold eye of logic sees not. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath, thereby learn to question, if not the final answer. That was his portrait. Then you will be ready to climb the tallest heights, from there to look down to the deepest roots. Going to the attic, going down to that one tree, the ancient one, looking in the roots. It's the truth our ancestors knew, and the stone silence came to unknow. And only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal fear. Did anything change here? No, of course not. Do you have anything new? Only by answering the riddles can we hope to solve this mystery. I know. My dearest visitor will find the prize. I have no doubt. And I missed something here. A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork and pipes of strange shapes. That is a tree. That ancient oak tree is the tallest tree on the grounds. Sage has removed his mask. Unusual electrical device. This is still written there. Curiously, the message remains visible even though the condensation has evaporated. What do I have to do with the cloth? What does the cloth say? The birds fall silent. Come to unknown. Do I have to cover those first and then later uncover it? No. Trying to forget? Trying to conceal? Maybe. I even recording? Yes. You were there. Know that something is supposed to happen down here if all four are unmasked. Hiding, 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 and hiding. Let's go down there and look. Like, no, it doesn't hurt. So. Oh, but still. Stiff tree, almost like a statue itself. Peasant woman. The sage. Clergyman. And the queen. And then there's this motherfucker. Nothing happened there. Birds fall silent. Which means one bird is making all the ruckus. Agitating all the others. Wasn't this one? Oh, something quiet. I already tried you. Ah, no. No. If I'm correct, it's one bird is making all the ruckus. What can I... Oh, the cloud is not big enough for that. Oh, I should it. No. You were Perula. Black head and orange breast. Corvux cornix, a crow with black and grey feathers. Upupa epops, black and white wings and a feathered crest. Black and with a yellow beak. Tudus merula. Grey breast and brown wings. Passat domesticus. Red feathers on its head breast. Baitacus rubercula. Yellowish brown feathers. Carduelis flavirostris. Pale brown breast. Muscinia megarhymkos. Long legs. Inferiorly. Third course unrequired. How about you again? Oh. Am I missing anything in here? It is the truth our ancestors knew with stone silence came to unknow. But only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal fear. Do I have to cover Professor Reich up? Sounds completely silly, but... what else is there to try? Of course not. How about you? Why? A mystery indeed. Won't open. 3 locked doors. And of course she isn't help either. Why should she? I have to cover up birds. Can't even use it. Could use it on the tree. Wow. Let's open the masks. Huh? No. Only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal fear. The fear to be hunted and eaten alive. Will you at last know truth? Apparently. Question, what has opened? Did you open? No. No. Bedroom? Or the library? No change here. At least no visible one. Nothing here. Anything about if the birds fall silent here. Other than that, and my apologies if I'm mumbling. I'm thinking. No. Nothing here. Anything here? No. Nothing new here. Nothing new here. Why should there be? Oh! The secret passage is open at the end of the corridor. Hello, my friend. This looks like Professor Wright's archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. No! You fool! Experiments, 1885. Let us see. Have a look at this. Be careful. There's a small key inside the folder. Give me the key, you can keep the folder. 1st August 1865. Results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we seek. 20th September 1885. Now that they have proven themselves useful, I have installed 2 new devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not to go deeper. I have not heard it again, but I know the thing must still be down there in the dark. 12th of November, same year. Containment in the underground tunnel has been breached. Gone. 15th December, same year. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There is but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What is this supposed to be? It seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of his experiments, almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries has been redacted. But what is written in there cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination. It's a Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps, though we should not jump to conclusions. We can conclude that the professor had another working place, underground. Perhaps that key opens a basement door. There could be a route through to this underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I will keep looking through these documents. Ow! 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 Böser Pantoffel. Whatever was in there. Ow. That most certainly hurt. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. There must be something more than that folder among this mess. I'll still look around myself. A set of framed silhouettes. Under each is an inscribed plaque. Mr. Strachan was a well-positioned man. He fell madly in love with the younger doctor of the Bartleys, and so he proposed to her. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. Mrs. Bartley did never take her eyes off her doctor, and watched them all at all times. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for the doctor, but his wife never paid any attention to him. Okay. No. Oh. Oh-ho. A compartment has opened in the wall. Well? Piles of papers of all kinds. Discarded notes, letters and receipts, all mixed up. A long series of folders with dates on them, in complete disarray. Many folders, they have no distinctive tag on them. Why should they? Anything new here? I still need some time there. Why don't you check if that key opens the door to the basement? There could be an entrance to the underground tunnel mentioned by the professor. I highly doubt that, but, well, I think I know where the entrance to the tunnel is. No, not there. There. Let me check. Which of the faces is now? The clergyman. And I still didn't... Let's do that first. Before I go into the basement. Move, Dr. Wakefield, move. Aha. Now you. Thank you very much. Now the queen is open again. Ah. The battle is a sewer, that is interesting. I give him that. I give him that. Aha! Of course. It's completely dark in here. I feel a cold draft coming from the front. It's too dark. I need something to light my way. Ah, there. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. Mrs. Oakwood, did the professor ever work in the basement? In the basement? Mr. Wright said, no, You must excuse me, Dr. Wakefield. I'm very busy right now. Have a good day. I'm sorry, Dr. Wakefield. I must finish my work here. Have a good day. Interesting. I still need a lamp, though. Anything new from you? No. Why should the lantern be there? You... Kaufmann. Of course, nothing. Why don't... Wait. Never mind. Need a lantern. An antiques healing lamp. You think? The riddles are over. At least the latter ones. No, stop. No, I don't think that I... No. Why? Why doesn't she all of a sudden doesn't want to talk anymore? Let's go in there again. Oh. Of course. I run out of matches. I'm sorry, I can't see anything. So let's go back. Ooh. Hello? Ow. I've fallen through a hole. Where am I? The flow of air is stronger here. It looks like a component of some sort of machine. I can find out where to use it. I think I already know. A working lantern. Now I can get out of here safely. This part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. Should go back. Thank goodness a ladder. Hello. It is a mechanism of some sort. Of course, an open door. Well, at least we have a working lantern now. Which is awesome. This old furniture has been left here to rot. You think? If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor Reich's log, how can we find the missing part of his research? I must talk to Kaufman about this. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. There's a large hole in the floor. One side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel. But it was completely covered in rocks and debris, so I could not tell for sure. Covered in debris? It sounds as if the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to this underground area. It is unfortunate for us. I've made some progress of my own, my friend. I I think this could help us delucidate the next step in our search. Have a look. Today, a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. Wright, our organization is keenly interested in your research. We could reach an agreement to fund this project, but first we need to know the details. I understand. The main factor is the condition of the test subject. How open is he to suggestion? As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So a complete, absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. A secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hiding in the dark. I have the perfect location in mind. But in total darkness and seclusion, how could the results of the experiment be studied or confirmed? That is precisely where your organization can provide help. I have designed a special device that would allow me to listen from a safe distance, but I lack the means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange, but there's one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By means of a chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean a serum? Not at all. That would be of no elegance whatsoever. The trigger is the mind itself. The emotion known as terror. The primal fear that still survives in the depths of our mind, from the times humans were mere beasts. That which allows us to open a physical passage beyond the veil of rational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will use to open the last door. Interesting. Excuse me. Could this organization be the playwright? It may be, my friend. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room I have been able to find only some fragments of information, discarded material. It looks as if the main bulk of the documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to that place is lost, is it not? The entrance was sealed. There may be another access that we do not know about. I do. If we could find and use the device that the professor mentions in this log, I believe we could shed some light on this matter. Already ahead of you. Already ahead of you. Before I do anything here, let's look out of the window. Oh ho! The central statue is standing with its arms open. Well, before I mess with the machine, I will have to go and fetch something. Have I not? Indeed I have. Ay, ay, ay. The clay vessel held by the statue is now broken into many pieces. There's one object among them. It must have been hidden inside. You think you saw it already, at least part of it. It looks like a compass. It must be broken since it does not point north. Maybe it doesn't need to point north. A strange device. It cannot be a compass because it does not point north, but to seemingly random directions. Yes, indeed. Huh? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. This might be a big episode. How long am I recording? 40 minutes. Let's get the machine done. Yes, it definitely points to something. Not random directions, but something. But first, machine and machine part. I think it will work now. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh ho. Ow. Radio? Ow. The sound. It's a flipping radio. Do my ears deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I must see Kaufman at once. It's a flipping radio. Not to state so obvious, but it sounds as if someone is still down there, playing the piano of all things. But how is it even remotely possible? I do not know, but this means something important to us. It means there's another entrance to the underground tunnel, and that we must find it. But we have run out of leads. You did not find anything of use in the archive, and Professor Reich continues to mutter incoherently about childhood memories. You must hypnotize the professor, mein lieber Freund. We are running out of options. This might be the only way to find the answers we seek. Okay. Look at this candle. Fix your eyes upon it. Your body is as light as a feather. Everything around you fades. You're entering a dark, endless void. Who? Listen to my voice. Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. You can go north and west. Go north. I stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great hail. They fall and fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall, to the east, lies a tunnel. To the west, I see the edge of the forest. Go east. I am in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He's upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, and west. West? The waterfall. And we go east again. Oscar is mad. Then let's go south. The passage ends here. An empty cave. A big round hole in the wall. Behind it I can hear the sea. Well, go back. Oscar. Then it's time to go north. I'm in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. Can't see it clearly, its face. A tunnel stretches into the dark. Walk down the tunnel. It is a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. The ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there, it lies. It waits. I will not continue. I must go back. Go down the ladder. I cannot. I can hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. You must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. I've gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It is pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here. It is with me. Enough. We went too far, my friend. You're right. I did not think he would react this way. You did well by stopping the trance, Kaufman. I think it would be best if we leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow, let's discuss the next steps in our investigation. Oi, oi, oi. January 21st, 1893. Come in. Kaufman, are you alright? Worry not, Wakefield. I'm just a bit feeble. It must be all this cold and humidity. Nothing serious. I would like to know your opinion about what we heard during yesterday's session. Do you remember anything that could help us in our search? I believe that this underground tunnel has left a deep impression on Professor Wright's subconscious. I agree. The horror he experienced at the end of the session was far too intense to derive solely from his imagination. It speaks of some trauma. Throughout the trance, he saw an unknown figure with no visible face. The floating body in the water, the person near the rocks, the one beside the piano. Yes, indeed. But I'm afraid it is too soon to unveil the true meaning of those images. The sea was a recurring theme during the hypnotic regression. Yes, it is true. Maybe the entrance to this tunnel is somewhere closer to the coast. Professor Wright mentioned a man had shouted at him near the entrance to the tunnel, begging him not to continue. I cannot remember his name. Oscar. Very good. It was Oscar. We should attempt to find him. He may know something about Professor Wright's fears. If we can find this man, I'm sure we will shed some light upon the mystery. Why don't you go to the village and try to find out something about Oscar? My apologies, but I must stay and recover my strength. Wickport Inn, Town Square. I cannot go back to the manor. Well, let's go to the town square. And I think that is enough for today. So... So, good night. And sleep well. And don't catch a cold. Stay warm. Even though it's summer. Good night and sleep well.